Right, I want to talk about an aspect of air gunning that's often overlooked, but is nonetheless critical. So, how many times have you seen someone got a really expensive, over £1,000 rifle, fit it with a £500-600 telescopic sight, £100 on the mounts, another £100 on the silencer, possibly got another, I don't know, 200 quid's worth of rangefinder, and what do? They put it all in a 30 quid Chinese gun case that they bought off eBay. And it never fails to amaze me when you see that people have done that. I mean, some of these bags are shoddy as hell. They're just so badly made, and you've got all that expensive kit in something that's costs next to nothing, is useless. And you might think, oh, it's only a bag. But more than once, I've seen bags where the straps have gone when they're over your shoulder and the gun and the bag fall to the floor. And once I saw a particular lad, he had a BSA R10 with a nice Hawk scope on it, over his shoulder walking across the concrete farmyard and slurry. And the zip went and his rifle came sliding out the bottom and clattered all over the concrete. Scratched a buggery, big dent in the tube of the scope. Just absolute stupidity for the sake of buying a decent bag. So, I've always said, if you're going to spend all that money on a decent rifle and all that money on a decent telescopic sight, get yourself a decent bag. It makes sense. It's just a logical thing to do. You know, why wouldn't you buy a decent bag? So what we've got here is the Ogdens Tactical 50 bag. Now this is, Ogdens make a full range of rifle bags, all sorts of different ones, all sorts of different features, but this is the Tactical 51 for Bullpups, and this is really good because the other thing is as well, if you've got a Bullpup rifle and you put it in a normal size bag, they rattle about, move around, it's not ideal, they get scratched, you're banging them about, they're not made for the job. This is a purpose-built Bullpup tactical bag, made in Britain by a British company, Ogden Shooting Supplies, and when you look at this and you look at the cheap alternatives, it's only when you see this perhaps that you realise the differences in a quality product and something that's rather shoddily put together. This is really, really well made. It's made by a company that absolutely pride themselves on the quality of their stuff. It's made by shooters, for shooters, and it's just so well made. Right, so let's run through the bag. Right, first things first, comes in two sizes, 50-inch one and a 45-inch one. That's the length. It's made from military grade cordura, really tough fabric, really tough. It's waterproof. The zips, if you look at the zips on it, the zips have a rubberized finish on the tops to keep the rain out, so they've got waterproof zips. And the main zip is a proper big chunky affair. They're really good quality zips. These are not your cheap and cheerful zips that you find on some. These are a proper quality item that will not give way. It comes in several different colours, olive green, you can get it in a tan colour, and you can get it in a camo colour, and you get it in this tactical black. And it's just really good quality. The outside material of it is so tough, and the fact that it's waterproof is brilliant, because how many times, I'm sure it's happened to everyone, You go out, throws it down a range, you think, oh, I'll put my gun in the bag and it'll be okay. Put your gun in the bag and the bag itself is useless. I know that my long rifle bag is a really nice bag, but unfortunately it's not waterproof, and many a time it gets soaked through and your rifle's sat in a wet bag. Now I'm lucky, I only live 5 minutes away from my shoots, so the rifle's only in there for a very short period of time. But some people live an hour, maybe 2 hours away from the shoots. And having your rifle for 2 hours sat in a soaking wet bag is not going to do it any good. So this one, waterproof, really, really good. And they've gone to a lot of lengths to make sure that it's nice and waterproof. You've got loads of pockets. We'll start on the outside first. Loads of pockets. You've got a really big pocket here on the front, as you can see. It's got a zip at the front there. Goes in. Really big space. You can see there's like a rubberized finish on the outside, on the inside of the nylon of this Cordura. Again, big chunky zip, nice and solid, and the full closure thing here to make it rain resistant. And then on the top, got another massive compartment. Look at the size of that. Really big, really deep. Plenty of room in there to get everything you could possibly want to get in there. Individual storage pockets inside of there. Put tins of ammunition in there. Cleaning kit in there. Allen keys if you're out setting your scope up or setting your mounts up, want to adjust everything. That's not all. There's then another zip. And another compartment for storing even more stuff. So you can see there, I mean, these are really big. I mean, I'll show you an idea of how big these are. This is my Accutac bipod, and as you can see, it is a big, robust, bulky bipod. Now normally when I go target shoot, this is one I use for target shooting when I'm setting a scope up or when I'm doing my zero tests. Obviously I don't use this for hunting unless I'm doing it from a blind because it's too heavy and too bulky. But I do struggle sometimes to carry it to the actual shoot, and I end up taking a gun bag and then a separate bag that I have to carry this thing around in because it's big and it's bulky. No longer, because it fits in there with ease. Not only does it fit in there with ease, but it leaves loads of room in there. You know, there's still loads of room in there. You get all sorts in there. Get a laser rangefinder in there easily. If you're night shooting, you've got plenty of room to get a thermal spotter in there as well. Get your tins of ammunition in there. Like I say, if you're setting up your scope, you'll get your target holder, all your targets, your different tins of ammunition if you're doing test trials. Everything's tons of room in this bag, tons of room. And it's all really, really tough and durable stuff. There's nothing flimsy about it at all. And you know, that is a big bipod, and this thing just eats it. And again, big chunky solid zips, really good. And they've got a little feature on them as well. If you want to, you can actually padlock, fit a little padlock to that zip on there. So that's the front part of the bag. Turn it over. On the back, you've got multiple options to how you carry this bag. You can either put the two straps that are provided onto these really tough, well sewn in fixings and use it as a rucksack. And it's got these really nice sliding rubberized pads on here that have got all these little, you can see those little stipplings on them, so really grip your shoulder, save the bag sliding around. So you can use it like that with two of them on and use it as a rucksack, or you can take one of these off, fit it on the middle bit and just use it as a normal sling carrying bag. So you've got two options there of how you carry it. Just carry it slung over with one strap like a normal bag, or carry it like a rucksack with these two straps, fully adjustable. And again, everything's heavy duty, really well made. These clips, really solid, nothing flimsy, nothing cheap, nothing nasty, really nice. So you've got two different carrying options for it, rucksack or just one strap on that middle bit and use it for like a normal gun bag. Got a nice handle, and it's got a press stud. Do it like a rubberized, again textured finish. This is rubberized, and it just press studs together to hold the two handles together for carrying it. And then we come to the main compartment, and again, really good heavy duty zips, nothing cheap, top quality. We come to the inside of the bag. Separate lining again, 6-ounce nylon lining again, and the padding on these bags, the outside of the bag, it's got quite a solid sort of semi-rigid structure to it. The outside of the padding is a hard structured foam, but then the inside portion is a much softer foam, so it's like a dual density, if you like. Sides also of the bag are padded with the sort of harder foam, again to protect from impacts from the sides, tops and the bottoms, all padded, all lined, all really nice. Inside the bag, two straps to secure the rifle, again reinforced synthetic leather reinforcements on here, buckle straps, no cheap and nasty just sort of velcro things, proper decent quality straps. There's two little flaps here, one took the end of the butt pad of your rifle in, and one if you want to stick the muzzle in. And there's another little feature that I particularly like on this as well. If you look here, there's a velcro strap here that you can undo and get to the inside of it, and if you want to, there's a facility where you can actually push extra foam padding inside, so you can pad it out yet again if you want to. Though why you would want to, I don't know, because it's so well padded and strongly padded out that there's no need really. But if you choose to make it even more padded, I don't know, maybe you're going on holiday, you're going to throw it in the boot of the car and worried about heavy objects being put on top of it or something, or maybe you're moving house and want to move your guns and you're frightened of something heavy falling on it, then you could put another foam sheet inside to pad it out even more. But as it is, it's really thick and strongly padded. Same at the top, again lined again, nicely padded with a hard sort of foam cell and then the softer cell, and again the same facility to get in should you wish to add another layer of foam padding inside. And everything is really tough and really rugged and durable. And I'll just show you how it swallows a rifle up. So here you see it with my Uragan, the Uragan Compact with the PARD night sight fitted to it, and plenty of room in there. Nice and securely held with the straps. That's going nowhere. And it fits it absolutely beautifully. It really does. That's the advantage of a gun case that's custom made for bullpups as opposed to a normal gun case. They fit so much better, and the protection in there is amazing. That padding's really good, and again, the walls, tough, protected, nice and padded. That's going nowhere, and it's not getting damaged by anything. Now the Ogden's a really small bullpup, so I'll just show you what it's like with a different bullpup. Right, here I've got my RTI Priest 2 in it, and that is a really substantial telescopic sight I've got on there. That's my IOR Recon telescopic sight, so that is a big telescopic sight, and I can get it in with a Hug It silencer ready fitted, and that fits in there really securely. I mean, look at that, that is going nowhere in that case. All zips up, really secure, going nowhere. That is moving nowhere, that rifle, moving nowhere. Swing it around as much as you like. There she is, not moved a muscle. So I can get my Priest, my IOR Recon, Hug It silencer on it in the bag, and then comfortably fit my Acutac bipod in there. No problem at all. This is without a doubt the nicest case that I have ever seen. And it's only when you look at one of these and you look at the quality of this that you realise perhaps how poor your existing case is. And yes, okay, these are a little bit dearer than most that you'll see, but in my opinion, if you've got a, you know, why spend all that money on a decent air rifle, decent telescopic sight, or a night sight, and then put it in some really shoddy case that's not going to provide the protection your rifle and sight deserves, and isn't going to provide the security, keep it dry, keep it safe. And also, don't forget, whilst this may be dear, it may be a bit dearer than your average case, you've got to remember that you buy this once and that's it, because this thing is, it's just so well made. This is not going to fall to pieces. It just isn't. It's built to last a long time. So you buy one of these and that's it. You can forget about it, because you're never have to buy another case ever again. It's the best case I've ever seen. Now these come in at about £100. Plus I think it's about £9 post and packing. So they're not cheap, but what you're buying is something that's made in Britain. It's made out of super quality materials, and it's made to last, and it's very, very well thought out. Everything you can think of that you would need in a gun bag has been covered here with this thing. You know, the padded ends, semi-rigid, a sort of semi-rigid outer cell with a really soft inner cell padding, waterproof, top quality zips, top quality straps, really good pocket system. I mean, there's so much storage in this thing. It's just got so much storage. You know, you can get everything you could conceivably need to take with you in one beautifully made, solid quality product. And then you've got the option of how you carry it. Either use it as a rucksack, or just unclip the straps, clip them on the ends here, on that one, just one of them, and use it just to throw it over your shoulder. All in all, an excellent product. Excellent product. I mean, you don't mind throwing it around because you know that your gun inside of it is just going absolutely nowhere. It's just so well protected. So that comes with a massive thumbs up from me. I chose tactical black on this one because I think it goes rather well with the two black rifles. But like I say, they do it in olive green, they do it in tan, and they do it in a rather nice camouflage colour as well. It's really smart. That looks really nice as well. And I have to say, it's so good that I think I'm going to buy one for my long rifle as well. Because like I said at the beginning, they make several different types of this. It's not just a one-off. They don't just make this bullpup case, they make all sorts of cases for air rifles, full bore rifles and shotguns. And they make a rather nice one as well, which is like a dual gun one. You can carry two rifles. And inside of that one, it's actually got a shooting mat that comes out from the inside as well. So when you unzip it, the shooting mat actually provides a partition, and from what I've seen of it, you've got this sort of fixture on both sides and then a shooting mat that sits between them. Now, whilst I wouldn't probably ever be carrying two rifles, the idea of having something that's got a shooting mat as well appeals to me, especially for my slightly larger rifles, like the Steyr Hunting 5. So I think one of those is going to be on the cards at some stage or other. But there it is. Fantastic, fantastic case. And to those who say, oh, it's only a case, you won't be saying that when your super expensive rifle and scope combo comes clattering out of it because the zips have gone or the strap breaks and they get smashed to pieces on the floor. Then you will be looking at this video and thinking, why the hell didn't I get one of them when I had the chance? So this comes thoroughly recommended. It really does. For what is in you know, all truth, just a gun case, just a gun bag, this is superb. It's so well made. And I feel so much happier now that I know that my rifles are going to be sat in there safe as houses. Because, you know, it's a lot of money. You're looking at a lot of kit that you're carrying around, and they deserve to be carried around in something that's rather good. And at the end of the day, what is it really? It's less than 10 tins of pellets. It's 8 tins of pellets. For that peace of mind of knowing that your gun is in something that's top quality and going to protect it, keep the rain off it, protect it from knocks and bangs, and is big enough without being gigantic and mega bulky to carry all the stuff that you're ever going to need. I'm loving this. It's fantastic. So that's from Ogdens Shooting Supplies. A British company, British owned, everything made in Britain, and a top-notch bit of kit. Stick them in on your Google search, Ogden Shooting Supplies, and you will not, I'm telling you now, you will not be disappointed. And if the rest of the range are as good as this, and I'm sure they are, then whatever you pick, whichever gun bag you pick, the full length ones, the tactical full length one with the shooting mat in, this one, you're not going to be disappointed. Top notch bit of kit. Thoroughly recommend it. Thanks for watching.